I just found out a really cool way to look up a verse in all your Bibles, like all at once. As long as you got them prioritized in your library, you can come up here and select this verse, Luke 4:8, and you want to see it in all your Bibles, just go ahead and select it right here, right click, highlight it first, right click, and then select the reference right here, and then hit power lookup. Okay, now we're going to do the power lookup. It's going to give you all your Bibles that you've prioritized. Look, it's going to show you in that power lookup right there what's going on. As you can see in the King James, he says, "Get thee behind me, Satan," but none of the other Bibles say get behind me, Satan," which is really interesting. Only the Bibles that have the Textus Receptus, the King James versions, and the ones that are based on the King James, the Textus Receptus, say, "Get behind me, get behind me, get behind me." As soon as you get down past that into the all the other Bibles, you won't say it, "Get behind me, Satan." None of them. ERV, LEB, NCV, NET, NASB, you name it, none of them say "Get behind me" that are based on the critical text. So I find that pretty interesting. They're leaving that part out. "Get behind me, Satan." It's only found in the Bibles that have the King James Textus Receptus manuscripts. Anyway, that's a pretty cool tool to look things up like that. Compare verses real quick with all your Bibles. Thought you might like that. All right, here's one of those times when I just want to simply quickly make a new notebook without having to go through the longer process. I've got some notes in this one notebook here, Bible problems, and I've noticed I can put this in a different category and create a whole new notebook. I got the different notebooks, Bible problems over here, and I thought of another category, a brand new category, like this is Bible problems, difficult mistranslations. I want to create a Bible problems, misunderstandings. And I don't have that in my categories here. This note will easily fit into that. So what do? The long way would be to go interrupt my list here, close that out right here, and literally create a new note through this process. And then I'd have to pull all these back up, of course. I'll have to type in this name up the top and pull them all back up after I create a new note. Or I can go up here and just simply open up a new note file, go right over here and create a new note, get rid of all the tags, create a new note, and just name it whatever I want. Bible problems, and it was called misunderstandings. I could go through this process right here, right? Or I could go right over here and simply go to the top of this thing and create it right from the top, right over here, right inside here. Again, if I notice my note, I notice my list of notes, I want to create a new category, a new folder, I can go right over here to the top. You can see what notebook it's in, click this, create a new note through here, and then boom, create a new notebook. This would be a great place to create a new notebook. Real easy, real fast, and then you wouldn't have to go through the process of opening up a new note tool or opening it up. You can open up this way. There's a new note tool. You could come up here to your shortcut, open up a new note tool, or you're going to have to go to this process right here, clear this out, type in a new note. You gotta create a new note, right? Create a new note, and then you gotta look it all up again. You gotta pull all your notes back up. Bible problems. There you go. Now you have misunderstandings right there with 0 in it. Now you can come over here, and what is good about it is you can drag it in now if you've got the notes in the same note tool. If you got the same note tool, if they're all in the same note tool, you can drag. Now that's really convenient. That is one good convenient thing. So I'm going to drag this up to that folder. Boom. You still can't drag them to other note files crossed over here, which is what I really would like to see happen at some point in the future. Drag a note from here over here. That would be really good. But at least you can drag them from here to here. But the point is, making a new note folder, a more quicker and convenient way would be to make it right from this drop-down menu right here. Okay, one thing I've done to help me with the frustration of accidentally deleting notes that are attached to your verses. When you change the color, sometimes if they're not attached to the root verse, you can delete some of these notes. So I've just decided I'm sick of that. So I'm going to click on these notes from now on, open up the note, and down here in the tag area, you can just simply tag it. Now, you won't lose the information. If you got information in these notes, Even if you delete it from your verse and you cannot find the note, if you cannot find the note that was attached, okay, if you can't find it on the verse, it still exists in your files. You just have to be able to find it. You may not know what notebook it's in, but if you've tagged it or got some information in it that you can remember, maybe that'll help. But tagging this is going to be the saving grace here by God. Say this is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 22. So all I'm going to do is just go over here to that note real quick, and I'm going to remember to just tag it. This is how I record Hebrews 10:22. There you go. That's how I write it in. I'll remember to type it exactly like that with the dot and all that stuff, just like that. That's how I do it. So do it the way you can remember. Now, if I delete those notes, I'm just going to do each and every one of them that way. From now on, that's how I'm going to make my notes. If I make a brand new note on something and I hit add a note, I'm going to tag the verse at the bottom just to make sure that I never lose it again. For instance, here we go, this other one over here, Hebrews 10:22, Hebrews 10:22, right over here. I just did that again. So now all the notes that are going to be on a verse are going to be tagged with that verse number, and all I got to do is type in that verse. If I come over here one day and I'm going, man, what happened to my notes on that verse? They're gone. I'm going to learn to just come up here to this little area right here and get that tag going. I'm going to hit that tag like this, boom, boom. And then I'm going to type in Hebrews with a dot 10:22, and there's going to be all of them that are attached to that verse. So that's a good idea. I just started using tags, and I think they're absolutely fantastic and powerful for many, many reasons. God bless you guys. Peace.